Tatum in the front court. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Porzingis in at the 5. And for the 76ers, Joel Embiid is out there with Kelly Oubre. Then it's Maxey, then there's George, and it's Grimes in at the shooting guard position. A couple of rivals going head-to-head here, Clark. You can feel the extra tension in the air.
No doubt about it. That heat is palpable. Everybody wants to be at their best and prove they're the superior team, but the fireworks and friction is real.
Here's Grimes. Here's the 3. Hauled in by Brown.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
White finds Porzingis. Uses the glass on the layup.
Well, you know, guys, the combination of strength and height for Porzingis allowing him to take on physical defense much better.
Here's Embiid. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far.
You cannot be reckless around Porzingis. He's skilled at seeking out contact and drawing the foul while he shoots.
Boston shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And you know, a lot of times, guys, in some of their performances last year, their free throw numbers help them win games.
Both free throws good from Porzingis.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Nick Nurse. I asked him about the star power that they're up against tonight, and he said, quote, "I'm not worried about the highlight reel plays. I'm worried about the relentless nature of that team over there. And the ringleader is Drew Holiday. He plays every possession on both ends of the floor."
Appreciate the report, Allie. The 76ers have gone 1 for 3 so far. And Clark, this last summer, former Sixer Doug Collins inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah, well-deserved honor for Doug. I mean, he's Philly's former #1 overall pick back in 1973, and he played almost a decade there for the Sixers. Also coached the Sixers, among many other teams that he had a chance to coach in the NBA, but clearly an NBA lifer and one of the best guys that's part of the NBA fraternity.
Now here's Tatum. Porzingis with a screen on George. Brown, no good.
Hey, you know, I like the competitive spirit, but when you look at it, I think he rushed that 3 a little bit because he was trying to get back at his opponent.
For 3, Maxey. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Really showing you how quick he can be with the basketball. Maxey letting it fly in a hurry.
Tatum passes to Holiday. Outside White. And the three-pointer goes.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Cornette's checked in for Porzingis. Horford comes in for Jason Tatum. Hauser, he's checked in for White. And Pritchard is subbed in for Holiday. 1:16 left in the opening quarter. Here's McCain, defended by Brown. Pass to Edwards. Here's Maxey. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
That's when Maxey's at his best. He wants to get the ball inside.
Outside, Brown. Here's Cornette. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
He challenges the defender and throws it down with 2 hands.
Man, just straight power on that one. Clear the deck.
Yeah, I love that determination right there.
Here's McCain. They set the screen. Shoots over Brown. Horford pulls it in. 30 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Pritchard. And there's the lob. Intercepted. 5-on-3 break. Yabusele. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Horford.
Still Sixers ball. Substitution on the court.
Here's Edwards. He's scoreless. And here's Embiid. Over Horford. From 13 feet, down it goes.
And you got to defend better than that. I mean, that's a good look for him.
And you do not want to let him get going early because...
And so the first quarter is in the books. Philadelphia on top. They're up by 4. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the 76ers?
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
And another thing, they found the open man. Really playing unselfish basketball, moving the ball around there on the perimeter.
We've got Edwards. Joel Embiid is out there with Butler. And it's McCain in at the 2. That's the group for Philadelphia to kick off the second quarter. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Ryan, last season, Jason Tatum surpassed 10,000 career points. He said, it sounds crazy. I always think about when I was a kid growing up with my mom and saying I wanted to be in the NBA. I may have thought I would be one of the best players, but to actually do it is a surreal feeling. Ryan, he's being honest.
Yeah, dreams do come true, Allie. Thank you. Tatum passes to Craig. Just 5 to shoot. And it's blocked by Embiid.
Embiid stiff-arming that shot with authority. No mercy.
And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
Those kinds of plays are the ones that get you on the lead and help keep you in front.
Gordon, he's checked in for Edwards. Porzingis has checked in for Boston. Drew Holiday comes in for Craig. And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. A nice shot by Tatum. Clark, one topic that gets its share of attention, illegal screens.
And with good reason, because guys are bigger, stronger, a lot of pick and roll action. So you've got to be more diligent in cracking down on those screens that are illegal. The game is extremely fluid. Guys are in constant motion. But I think it's a hard call to make consistently, but the officials have to keep working at it.
Oubre, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Grimes comes in for Butler. Oubre finds Embiid. Back to Oubre. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Cashing in on the interior, making it look all too easy.
Now Horford's checked in for Hauser. Philadelphia shooting their first foul shot of the night.
You know, success at the line just became contagious for them. A few guys got on a roll, and it carried over to the rest of the team.
Oh, man, you want to talk about taking flight? That's exactly what he did, making it look effortless.
Pass to Grimes. Now here's Embiid. Outside Oubre. Here's Yabusele. Takes the 3. He buries it from 3.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
2 minutes.
Back to Tatum. The 3. Tatum! Money from deep.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by.
When a guy has a 7'6" wingspan like Porzingis does, it's just tough to get away from him or get by him. That allows him to block a lot of shots.
There's a screen, and here's Horford for 3. And the Celtics another 3.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
Pass to Grimes. Embiid from outside. And the 76ers another 3.
Well, you know, that's the kind of competitive spirit Embiid plays with. I mean, if you knock one down on him, he's looking for you the next trip down.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And some changes here for the Celtics. Craig is checked in for Horford. Brown comes in for Tatum. And Derek White subbed in for Pritchard. Pass to Craig. It's Brown on the wing. Big hit from outside. Jaylen Brown.
When JB is on from here, it really boosts his team.
And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Oubre against Brown. Clock at 4. Back to Maxey. Three-pointer. Boston pulls it in.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Pass to Brown. Holiday, a screen on Oubre. Here's Brown. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Holiday against Maxey. George with it. From down in the low post, it goes. George has got 5.
You want to run your offense through him. A reliable scoring option.
Oh, it goes! He got it off in time!
How about that one?
76ers.
Taking this arena's breath away. That's it.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum. Man, is he getting it done today.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
On the court right now for the Celtics. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. The perimeter pairing, it's White and Brown, and it's Holiday in at the point guard position. George against Brown. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's going to go on Paul George.
Brown is a guy who is hunting contact. Defenders have to be more cautious around him when they're defending.
And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
Maxey against White. Up and in on the layup. Maxey's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Finishing despite the contact on him. Serious toughness from Maxey there.
On the wing, Tatum. And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Pass to Grimes. Brown against George. And he drops in the layup off the glass. George has got 7 points.
George takes the contact, but good body control there allows him to finish.
Porzingis against Embiid. Outside, Brown. Releases. It's hauled in by Oubre.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
The Celtics with the lead. Holiday finds Tatum. No good from outside. The 76ers have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Maxey surveys. Embiid against Porzingis. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. What a 22-23 season it was for Joel Embiid. Named MVP with the Sixers, Clark.
Yeah, and that was Philly's first MVP since the answer. Allen Iverson back in 2001. Embiid led the league in scoring at over 33 a game on 55% shooting from the floor. Remarkable. Nobody could stop him. He was virtually unguardable.
Here's Tatum. Oh, and it's Tatum finishing it off inside.
We know Tatum's got a terrific jumper, but I like when he pounds that paint, too.
Here's Yabusele. Pass to Grimes. Outside Oubre. From deep. Holiday grabs the miss. Boston has gotten 5 of their 9 attempts from deep to go. Outside, Brown. Tatum from long range. And give him another one. He's 6 of 8 and looking solid.
Tatum clearly putting on a show in this one. Doing it all.
55 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Oh, look at the range. Joel is good for 3.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Knocks down the long J.
You gotta respect the response from Tatum. I mean, this guy just loves to compete.
Pass to Embiid. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter.
Stout defense comes from not only contesting the shot, but also grabbing the board.
Tatum drops the hammer.
Tatum, like most players, is best when he's aggressive and attacking the basket.
Now Embiid, 10 points for him. We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter. From downtown, and it's Embiid again missing. And so it's Boston leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. All right, stick around. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. It does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. They've got Joel Embiid, Butler out there with Edwards, and it's Yabusele in at the 4. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Embiid with it. From 7 feet. Look at Embiid with the skilled finish.
And the defense can't match up with Embiid's size. I mean, he's just too powerful down there.
Outside Tatum. Pass to Hauser. Here's Pritchard. Butler covering. Out to Craig. Outside Tatum. Ooh, rugged finish from Tatum.
And Jason Tatum was fearless on that finish. Went right through the contact.
And so it's
Timeout,
Nick
timeout.
Nurse calling timeout here. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. So both teams making some changes here. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to find out what Nick Nurse was discussing with his players. He did his best to light a fire under them, saying, we have to fight. Now is the moment. We have to come out of this deficit swinging. Guys?
Okay, thanks, Allie. Here's Embiid. The rebound, Celtics.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
Tatum finds White. Now here's Porzingis. Embiid covers. Outside White. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Down low. Here's Oubre. And that one is hammered home.
This has been the story of the game. A battle fought on offense.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Porzingis sets a screen. Tatum from long range. Oh, it's his 10th basket on 12 tries. You got to appreciate the efficiency here. Pass to Embiid. Over Porzingis. Embiid just powers his way in.
Hey, with his strength, Embiid very physical. It's going to take a lot more contact than that to rattle.
And here's Holiday. Back to Tatum. There's the 3. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 4 rebounds now. 1 1:21 left in the fourth quarter here. 13 feet out, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Embiid, a versatile shot maker, showing off his mid-range game there.
Here's Tatum, and he buries that one. Back rim and in. Tatum's got 7 points for the quarter.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
And no let-up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
Here's George. Boston pulls it in. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Holiday. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Trailing by 8. And falls! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
George with a fantastic look. Excellent job creating an easy opportunity for his teammate.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
First team foul.
32 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. And they go to the intentional foul.
That's his second personal foul. Second team foul.
He hits the first one, and that increases the lead to 6.
Holiday. 2 shots.
And so he drops them both, and it's a 7-point game.
You can't afford to waste any chances at this stage of the game. That means you gotta hit your free throws.
And Philadelphia calls time here. They trail by 7.
Way to go, everyone. Let's hear it for you.
.29 seconds left in the final quarter. Oh, he knocked down the trifecta.
Man, where's the effort on the defensive end? You gotta play harder than that.
Yeah, you know, it's made for a fun game, but you're right. You're exactly right. I mean, the defense has been non-existent.
He gets the first, and that puts him up 5.
The line for the Celtics, Drew Holiday.
So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game. 26 seconds left to play in the fourth. Here's Embiid. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Love the way Embiid knows how to play with force down low, which in turn makes the defense get physical with him.
And he's able to hit the second one, and that brings him within 5. George with a steal.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
No, you need a quick bucket and then a quick foul. Hey, when you got a player like George, in these moments, you turn to him. He knows how to deliver in the clutch.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Huge moment. He steps up and sinks the final daggers.
Oh, he drained it from downtown.
What confidence from Joel Embiid. Knocked that one down in a clutch situation.
That's his third personal foul.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. And he does get the second one. And that makes it a 3-point lead. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And looking to even the score with a huge 3.
You don't want to force it, though. Still need to get a quality look.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. A deep 3. Ooh, no good there. Potential game winner was off the mark. Regulation is ended. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ball game. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime.
Here we go.
Here's Maxey. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. And it's Brown in at the 3 to take the lead. Oh, look at him Embiid brushing off the hit.
Hey, Embiid is used to this. It's second nature to him. That's why he's so good at being able to score through contact.
And here's Tatum. Porzingis with a screen on Oubre. Pass to Brown. Shot from the wing. And perfection right through the net.
He wants the ball, has a flair for the dramatic, unfazed in big situations.
To the middle. Here's Embiid. Boston with a rebound. Outside Porzingis. And they double up Porzingis. Kick out to Brown. There's Tatum with the three. Good. And Brown gets the assist. And now a three-point Boston lead.
Well, I like how Tatum had his hands up and ready to go on that catch and shoot. Well done.
Inside. Here's Embiid. And he sinks it. And that one brings him within one.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Now here's Tatum. Porzingis sets a screen. Laces one from three.
And Tatum has been in these situations before. He's reliable when it comes to stepping up in big moments.
Look, it's time to get up and get loud.
Outside Maxey. Jacks up a three. It's hauled in by White. And he commits the intentional foul.
Tyrese Maxey. That's his fourth personal foul. First team foul.
And so they foul intentionally.
Kelly Oubre Jr. That's his third personal foul. Second team foul.
Good on the first. And that puts him up 5.
Jason Tatum taking 2 shots.
Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 6-point ball game. And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged.
Dance team.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Back to Maxey. Rebounded by the Celtics. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
That's his 5th personal foul. Third team foul.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go.
Jaylen Brown taking 2
So he comes up empty, missing both. Here's Grimes. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. And now we've got an intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
At the line for the Celtics, Jason Tatum.
And so both free throws good, and it's an 8-point ball game.
They've been a totally different squad here in the overtime. I'm just not seeing the same energy.
Oh, stolen by Embiid.
You know, this overtime has been somewhat lackluster, mainly
The end of the game.
because both teams are clearly fatigued.
Matchup tonight is down inside in the paint.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. Expect this one to be really physical. If either team backs down, they can just get run over tonight, but I don't expect that to happen. It's going to be a slugfest.
We love those kind of games. They're a lot of fun.
You aren't kidding.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, they've got Andrew Wiggins, Hero out there with Alec Burks. Then it's Bam Adebayo, and it's Wynn in at the center position.
And with that mid-range jumper, Wiggins has the lift to shoot over almost anyone.
Pass to Neesmith. Halliburton feeling it out a bit. Turner with a screen on Hero. Halliburton no good. And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with a statue. And Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And Kevin, well-deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city, plus he's already got a street named after him.
And here is Turner after Tyler Hero hitting the 3.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Pass to Wiggins, launches it. It's rebounded by Indiana. Siakam outside. Halliburton with it. Siakam passes to Nembhard. Here's Turner. Lays it up and banks it in.
And he is a load inside. Turner can back anybody down to get to his sweet spot.
Here's Adebayo. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Hero, no good. The Pacers have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Took the opportunity when he saw it. And that'll tie this game up.
And the all-around game of Siakam, so adept at working the ball to open guys.
And a wide open look here for Wiggins. That one falls coming off Adebayo's feet.
Matching baskets from the perimeter and earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for Halliburton. Robinson's checked in for Miami. No one covered.
Yeah, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Well, we're used to the stretch big men these days, Stan. That's not Bam Adebayo's game, though. How is he still effective?
Well, Kevin, Bam is a highly skilled big in his own right. He just doesn't have the three-point shot, but he's got the ball handling, he's got the passing, and he's got the mid-range jumper, and he puts those things together into a very effective package.
Yeah, he has a good handle, doesn't he?
He's got a great handle.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Pascal Siakam is nominally a power forward, but his versatility at both ends of the floor allows him to play a number of roles. Siakam says that's where the NBA has been going. It's always positionless basketball. I feel like I can do anything. And in today's game, Kevin, that means tremendous value for Siakam. Back to you.
Doesn't it? My goodness, David, he is something else. Thank you very much. And he gets it to go. Mathurin's got 5 now.
And inside, Mathurin makes great use of his agility, developing some instincts for how to get around in traffic.
Siakam against Adebayo. So it's Andrew Wiggins making highlights for the Heat. He notched 8 points in the quarter. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Miami.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And I really liked how they moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
And T.J. McConnell. Benedict Mathurin is out there with Walker. Then there's Obi Toppin. And it's Halliburton into the two-guard position. So that's the group out there for Indiana. And Mathurin has got the ball here for Indiana. And Greg, we know the Pacers have to improve defensively. But where do they start?
Candidly, Kevin, I feel like they're too soft. But giving up offensive rebounds, cheap fouls, they've got to be tougher mentally and physically, especially on the interior.
Outside, Walker. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Halliburton outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires from deep. And the Pacers another 3.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Pass to Love. Love with the screen for Robinson. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Hero passes to Larson. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Halliburton kicks to McConnell. Toppin sends a screen for McConnell. Rebound by the Heat. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Larson. Hero, that's a two-pointer. Walker with the rebound.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
Well, as a coach, you want to cover just 1 or 2 major points. That way guys can absorb it and go out and execute.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Turner's checked in for Toppin. Pascal Siakam comes in for Walker. Aaron Nesmith has checked in for Halliburton. And Andrew Nembhard subbed in for T.J. McConnell.
And pretty consistent from range. Wiggins has the natural tools to do a little bit of everything.
Nembhard the pass to Turner. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Mathurin, good.
Matching baskets from the perimeter and earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Adebayo with a screen on Mathurin. And the 3 ball is good. Burks has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Indiana's gotten it going from downtown in the second quarter. They're 3 of 3 on 3-pointers. Pass to Siakam. Now Nembhard. Fires the 3. Wiggins with the rebound. Mitchell in the corner. Burks with it. Jacks up a 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. And now a 5-point Heat lead.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
And that's it for the first half of action. Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You look at Andrew Wiggins in this game, he's been everywhere.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half with. We got Alec Burks. Bam Adebayo is out there with Wiggins. Then it's Tyler Hero. And it's Ware in its center. Pass to Adebayo. And the Heat, another three. And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. There's some of the tricks of the trade in that regard.
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, getting a cadence for the screener. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
Pass to Adebayo. Here's Ware. That one falls coming off Adebayo's feet. Ware's got the lead up to 6 now for the Heat. Nembhard with it. He has 5. Here's the screen. Siakam inside. Adebayo on him. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player.
To the short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Pacers obviously push the fast break. Tyrese Halliburton says the emphasis is getting outlets and running, playing fast. That's a good identity to have. It's a team that people want to play for, and it's a style you don't want to play against. You've got to be ready to play us. Kevin, the idea is for them to wear you down.
They fly, David. Baseline to baseline. They can really go. Down low, here's Adebayo. Good D by Siakam.
I think he got the shot he wanted inside, but somewhere on the play, he just lost focus.
Pass to Nembhard.
Minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Siakam kicks to Halliburton. Shoots over Hero. And Halliburton gets it to go on the assist by Siakam.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Now Hero. He's covered by Halliburton. And the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That is his first foul of the game. Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for the Pacers. Heat also with the sub. Robinson's checked in. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Burks can't get it to go.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
So, Stan, you can talk about this. We always hear about Heat culture, the Miami franchise, from top to bottom. Everybody is all in and focused in one direction, aren't they?
Yeah, Kevin, I think that is the greatest strength the Heat have had as an organization, is they are all on the same page. And I think they've done it in large part is they have great continuity. If you just look up and down their staff, guys have been there forever. And that allows them to have a very consistent culture.
And teams have tried to copy that, and it's been very hard, hasn't it?
Well, it's been hard because the part they leave out is the consistency part. You can't build that kind of culture when you're making changes with your coaching staff and your front office every 2 to 3 years.
This is his first free throw of the game. And the first one at the line is good. Indiana making some changes. Toppin comes in for Turner. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Andrew Nembhard.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
Robinson sets a screen for Mitchell. He gets it in there.
Kyle Anderson.
And the Heat lead by 5.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Pass to McConnell. Here's a screen by Toppin. McConnell scanning the floor. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Siakam. Indiana again missing.
Well, the defense was giving him that one, but he made the shot more difficult than it needed to be. You got to play smart.
And Adebayo throws it down.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. The third quarter comes to a close. Miami ahead, up by 5. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Here's Larson. They've got Toppin. Tyrese Halliburton is out there with T.J. McConnell. Then there's Benedict Mathurin. And it's Walker in at the power forward. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Pass to Larson. Robinson for 3. It's good from long range. Robinson's got the lead up to 8 now for Miami.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
Hero passes to Robinson. Shot, high post. It's rebounded by Indiana. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And battling against the interior of that defense, nice to see that Mathurin has that toughness.
Some changes for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Toppin. Pascal Siakam comes in for Walker. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Pass to Adebayo. Back to Hero. Adebayo with a screen on Halliburton. Drops in the tray.
And a legitimate threat to connect from deep. Hero doesn't lack confidence trying his luck from there.
Here's Halliburton. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Our Heat leading by 4. Hero the bounce pass. Burks looking around. Hero against Halliburton. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Think about the moxie of this kid. Hero has flair to his game. He's fun to watch. And I tell you, he wouldn't be any fun to play against.
And Indiana making a change here. Neesmith has checked in. Here's Halliburton. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Halliburton's got 4 this quarter. Pass to Burks. Back to Hero. Higgins outside. Back to Hero from outside the arc. It's rebounded by Indiana. 1:36 left in the fourth quarter. And the foul on Alec Burks. That is his first foul of the game. 1:35 left to play in the final quarter. Halliburton, and the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Now just a 3-point Miami lead. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. To the middle. Here's Ware. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. 1:16 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to Turner from deep. It's hauled in by Hero.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming out. It goes on Tyrese Halliburton.
And tenacious play there. from Hero in the paint, refusing to let the foul hold back his shot.
Taking 2 shots.
And he is unable to get the second one. For Indiana, they've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Here's Halliburton. Not that time. It's off now, shooting 7 of 10 from the floor. Adebayo finds Wiggins. Lets it go with a 3. And Adebayo with the basket on the assist by Wiggins. Adebayo's got the lead up to 9 now for the Heat. And the Pacers call time here. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
And you know what? They're not ready to give up yet. They'll try to intentionally foul if they can get a quick hoop.
Here's Halliburton. The teardrop falls in.
Halliburton.
And here is Hero. Pass to Burks. Back to Hero. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth. Yes, that goes in. Hero's got the lead back up to 9 now for Miami.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
And that's an intentional foul.
Andrew Nembhard. First personal foul. Third team foul. Shooting for Miami, Alec Burks.
It's the first. That makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Timeout called the Pacers. They trail by 8. Guys, your thoughts?
I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
Well, I've been in this spot more times than I'd like to admit. All you can do is tell your guys to hold their heads up and finish strong.
And an intentional foul right there.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 9.
Hero. 2 shots.
And Hero drops them both.
And that'll just about do it. Coming through at the line in a big spot.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Obi Toppin. First personal foul. 5th team foul.
First free throw is good.
Shooting for Miami, Jokic. At the line for 2.
And he can't hit the second.
Well, he got the important one to go. Their lead should be safe now.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. Thanks so much, David. And that about wraps it up.
My attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
Looking at the starting five for Boston. The core of this team, Brown and Tatum in the front court. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Porzingis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Banchero. Back to Wagner. 4 on the clock. And he drops it in from the low post.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Here's Tatum. Pass to Holiday. There's the triple. The rebound by Carter. Well, Richard, with the career he's had, it's hard to believe Drew Holiday has only made 2 All-Star teams.
Well, that speaks to how much talent is at the guard position in this league. But it also shows how we tend to award offense over defense because Drew, his impact is truly felt on the defensive end.
Holiday passes to Brown. And here's Tatum. Launches a 3. Good. And Brown gets the assist.
An accurate shooter from distance. Tatum's teammates want him to keep looking to pull the trigger.
Banchero drives. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
He was gripping the rock on the weight of the slam.
No way he was going to get stripped on that one. Outside, Brown. The 3 is up. And again, Boston with the triple.
He can do a lot with the ball, but Brown is just as good playing off the ball. He's always ready to catch and fire.
Suggs, the pass to Banchero. Banchero with a screen on Brown. Pass to Suggs.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
And no good. Some solid defense from Holiday. Oh, yes. Whoa. Throw it down.
Oh. Showing off his pure athleticism, Brown with a memorable finish.
The Magic have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. And Carroll with a screen on Holiday. Suggs against Holiday. Oh, they get a hand on it. It's stolen by Tatum. To the paint. Picked it. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Pass to Wagner. The 3 from Banchero. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
His ability to shoot off the catch is a big plus. Banchero has quick reactions, a really versatile scorer.
Outside White. 51 seconds left in the first. Knocks it down from distance. Tatum's got his second bucket on the night.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. And a new group getting ready for Orlando. Bataze's checked in for Carter. Isaac comes in for Paolo Banchero. Anthony's checked in for Caldwell Pope, and Black subbed in for Suggs. So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Cornette's checked in for Kristaps Porzingis. Al Horford comes in for Jason Tatum. Hauser, he's checked in for White, and Pritchard is subbed in for Drew Holiday.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce. Now here's Brown. He's got 5. Brown draws the double. Pass to Pritchard, 6 to shoot. It's Brown on the wing. And the jam by Brown.
Oh, wow! Plenty of room for his trademark slam.
You can tell once he saw the crack in the D, you knew what was going to happen.
Everybody in the building was waiting for it.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Boston out in front, up by 4, and back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Celtics.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
Another thing they're doing well early on is moving the ball, playing selfless basketball, and getting everybody involved on the offensive end.
We've got Paolo Banchero. Goga Bitadze is out there with Jonathan Isaac. Then there's Anthony, and it's Black in at the point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. And Banchero gets it to go.
Responding nicely with his own 3, Banchero. This is how competitive this man is.
I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. On the wing, Anthony, hounded by Tatum. To the inside. Kicks it out to Isaac. Oh, he tries a 3. And again, it's Orlando with a 3.
And this is why so many love Isaac. Almost 7 feet tall, able to space the floor, too, with his 3-point shot.
Tatum looking it over. Oh, Tatum taking flight.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Black passes to Banchero, picked by Isaac. And Banchero gets it to go. Banchero's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, there's not much Banchero can't do in the pick-and-roll set. He's comfortable as the roller or with the ball in his hands.
Down low. Here's Pritchard. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
Magic trail by 3. Pass to Anthony. And Carroll with a screen on Tatum. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Not the most effective pick, but he salvages the play with a terrific move.
Orlando making some changes. Carter, he's checked in for Bitadze. Wagner comes in for Isaac. And Suggs is subbed in for Black. A big group substitution here for Boston. Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for Horford. Brown comes in for Hauser. White, he's checked in for Craig. And Drew Holiday is subbed in for Pritchard. He was all alone on that one. Porzingis has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Grant, when you talk about consistency in officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes legal guarding position would help players and officials.
Bitadze's checked in for Orlando. Caldwell Pope comes in for Anthony. Cornette's checked in for Boston. Wagner inside, defended by Brown. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.
Got to be careful shooting around Porzingis. His length is so capable of erasing shots.
Wagner's checked in for Orlando. And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D. And now it's time to take another view of that huge swat.
Yeah, obviously he had the shot well anticipated, able to shut it down with authority.
Celtics lead by 3. And when Porzingis can be a third option on a team, he is deadly and efficient, RJ.
We've always seen Porzingis as the guy or as a second option. But when he has elite teammates around him, he really flourishes.
Here's Suggs. And all around the rim that time before dropping. 54 seconds left to play in the half. Holiday a screen on Wagner. Here's Brown. Look at Brown getting it done inside.
The mid-range is not an issue for Brown. It is just another weapon in his arsenal now.
Wagner outside. Pass to Wagner. Brown against Wagner. Shot clock at 6. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. Wagner's got his second basket of the game.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Yeah, and you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
Brown in the high post. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That's on Wendell Carter.
He took the contact and had an opportunity to drain it.
First trip to the line for him here. And both free throws good for Brown. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Boston out in front. They're up by 3. And we'll be back right after this.
27.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Jaylen Brown having a dominant impact in this game.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executed.
I like how they came into this one with the game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
Kicking off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. The 2 Jays, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Porzingis in at the 5. Carter can't get it to go.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
And so it's Suggs. He brings it up for the Magic. It's a 5-point game. Banchero surveys. For 3. Porzingis grabs the board. Boston has got 5 of 7 threes to drop here tonight. Pass to Tatum. Porzingis sets a screen. Tatum drills the 3.
See, this is what Tatum is capable of. Look, he is a sensational scorer. Like, we understand that. But when he gets into a rhythm, whew.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
All the dancers.
Suggs finds Banchero. The 3 ball. Orlando again missing. Boston leading by 8. To the paint. And stolen by Banchero. Oh, and a fast break for the Magic. Here's Caldwell Pope. Great D that time from Porzingis. Boston has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Suggs against Holiday. Outside Tatum. Puts it up. Clock at 6. Again, Boston.
Love the energy here in the third. Trying to take control now of this contest.
Yes, this is a pivotal moment in this game. Those extra possessions right now, they just mean a little bit more.
Pass to Caldwell Pope. To the middle. Here's Banchero. Hello with the attack.
Oh, too big, too strong. It'll take more than that to stop Banchero.
Boston's gone 6 of 8 from the three-point line in this matchup. Holiday taking his time here. Tatum against Banchero. Great D that time from Banchero. Magic trail by 8. Suggs outside. Back to Banchero. Suggs with a screen on Tatum. Banchero no good.
I'm trying to think of the last time I saw him miss a shot like that. It's been a while.
Inside. Here's Tatum. Ooh, rocket finish from Tatum.
Brushing off the contact. Look, the dude is strong. When he gets in there, it's easy. That's an easy bucket.
Wagner outside. Pass to Banchero. Takes a three. Buckets. He's now 6 of 10 from the field.
He's bringing a lot of energy to this offense, not letting the scoreboard discourage him right now.
He's going to keep putting up shots regardless of the score. That's the kind of player he is.
Here's Tatum. Another one falls for Boston.
No second thoughts from Tatum. Just look, he's ready.
The Magic have gotten only 2 of 7 shots to go in the third quarter. Banchero passes to Wagner. Picked by Carter. And he lobs it up. And stolen by Porzingis. Tatum against Banchero. Let's go with a three. And Jason Tatum again. And now it's a 12-point Celtic lead.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome.
It's the
fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us.
Right now.
Orlando's got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. They've got Anthony. Paolo Banchero is out there with Jonathan Isaac. Then it's Goga Batadze, and it's Black in at point guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. And Banchero gets it to go.
He will muscle his way down the lane. Watch out when Banchero comes tumbling by.
Tatum way outside. Rebound by the Magic. Anthony right side to the paint. Isaac, the pass to Banchero. For 3, Anthony. Horford pulls it in. And Tatum's got the ball here for Boston. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Isaac finds Anthony. Here's Batadze. Off target from outside. Boston leading by 8. Pass to Hauser. Here's Pritchard. Outside Tatum. Just 5 on the clock. Beyond the arc. Can't get it to go. Shooting 10 for 15 now. For Orlando, they've gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Anthony with a bucket.
And defensively, how do you leave him that open in crunch time?
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. So Orlando going with an almost entire new group here. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Batadze. Franz Wagner comes in for Isaac. Caldwell Pope's checked in for Anthony. And it's Jalen Suggs in for Black. A big group substitution here for Boston. Porzingis has checked in for Horford. Jaylen Brown comes in for Hauser. Derek White's checked in for Craig. And Holiday subbed in for Pritchard. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Over the break, I listened in on Joe Mazzulla's huddle. He applauded their shooting and their shot selection, saying, "We're taking the right threes, not forcing anything. Keep doing that, and they'll continue to fall." Makes the game easy, doesn't it?
As always, Allie, we thank you. Pass to Banchero. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Second personal foul.
A full load to handle anywhere on the floor. Banchero makes sure he gets his.
And the second free throw, no good. Tough break there.
Just a tough miss at the line. They're down 2 baskets now.
He just didn't like what he saw inside, so he takes the open transition 3. But if he'd missed, Coach might have had some words for him.
Holiday against Suggs. Yes, Paolo Banchero for 2.
Oh, no holding back from Banchero. He wants this team to be able to rely on him in these type of moments.
Here's Tatum. Again, Boston.
He's been shooting with great consistency tonight. Love to see that confident play on offense.
Suggs against Holiday. Banchero right side. And the layup is good off the glass. Banchero's got 7 now in this quarter.
And when they need a bucket, Banchero wants to be the guy to get it. And he's got a nose for the big situations. And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
All game long, they've been making it rain from the arc. And look, they've done it by feeding the hot hands.
And also, their mid-range game has been outstanding. They're just finding holes in the defense and exploiting them.
Pass to Banchero. Shoots over Tatum. Count it! And now they trail by just 4.
And stepping up when it's clutch time, that's a very mature play by the young Banchero.
Here's Tatum. Boston, no good that time either.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Right wing. Here's Banchero. Count the basket and the foul! Kristaps Porzingis picks one up.
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
The free throw drops for Banchero.
See, it's easy to see why his teammates trust him. He's a leader on this team and loves coming up huge in the clutch.
Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, B.A., the clock is theirs to burn.
And this is exactly who Tatum is, someone who doesn't back down from taking the big shot.
30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Suggs surveys the D. And he buries it. Oh, what a sensational bucket. That brings him within 1. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
So the first one drops, and that'll put him up 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
The last make was huge. Now, realistically, the worst-case scenario for them is OT.
Up top, Suggs. He's covered by Holiday. Wagner for 3. Off target from downtown. And now they foul and stop the clock. Ooh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And no good on the second free throw, so 0 for 2 there.
And looking to even the score with a huge 3.
That's their only option. They have to get a good look from deep here.
So it's a narrow victory for the Celtics, pulling it out for the W. And this
And so here we go, the 76ers to start it. So the opening lineup for the Heat, Alec Burks is out there with Tyler Hero. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Wiggins, and it's Ware in at the center, filling out the middle. Here's Grimes. No good on the triple. Burks on the wing. Pass to Adebayo. Here's Ware. Wiggins, a screen on Embiid, and a wide-open look for Hero. Bangs home the trifecta.
For three.
Tyler Hero ready to pull the trigger at any time.
One thing you can pretty much count on with the Heat, Brent Barry, they're going to grind it out.
This team has always been built around tenacity and toughness. Even with the big three, with LeBron, D-Wade, and Bosh, there was a bit of a metamorphosis with the way LeBron approached games. Kind of being hated on was something they embraced, and that culture demands that hustle accountability and will consistently be about their culture.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets. It just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Pass to Adebayo. Burks kicks to Wiggins. Off target with his three. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. George against Wiggins. George able to finish. George has got 5.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Here's Ware. Outside, Hero. And he's good on the 3-ball. Hero's got his second bucket tonight.
That's a go-to shot for Tyler Hero, so confident in his ability to connect from deep.
Maxey kicks to Oubre. Here's Embiid. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Now, here's Burks. It's Hero with the drive, and he comes up with the deuce. Hero's got his third bucket of the night.
The Hero comes into the game in attack mode, going right at the defense off the dribble.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
All right, coming up the door right now, it's your Sixers and substitution on the court.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. Trailing by 2. Pass to McCain. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. To the paint, out to Edwards. Just 4 to shoot. Shot from 12. McCain's shot is off. Miami's gone 3 of 4 on 3-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And here are the 76ers now. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Now, here's Adebayo. He's tightly guarded. Ball's knocked loose. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Adebayo. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for the 76ers. Butler comes in for Maxey. Then for the Heat, Nikola Jovic is checked in for Love. Kyle Anderson comes in for Bam Adebayo. And Hero subbed in for Mitchell. Here's Embiid. Seconds left, and the layup is good.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Tyler Hero has been leading the charge for the Miami Heat. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Miami.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
Let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
We've got Butler. Abusele out there with Edwards. Then there's Embiid, and it's McCain in at the shooting guard. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. Edwards passes to Embiid. Greg, you look at today's point guards, so many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite it.
The 76ers trail by 3. Butler in the corner. And we played through the first minute here in the second. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
Gordon checked in for the 76ers. Miami leading by 3. Anderson outside. Pass to Larson. Connects from three-point range. Larson's got 8.
Anderson has great vision as a point forward. Exceptional court awareness.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. And some changes here for the 76ers. Oubre comes in for Eric Gordon. And it's Quentin Grimes in for Butler. On defense, the Heat. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Oubre outside. Clock at 6. From past the arc. Drills the three-pointer. Oubre's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Good touch there. Oubre outside the three-point arc and knocks one down.
Pass to Highsmith. Back to Hero. Oubre pulls it in.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Here's Hero. 76ers getting the bucket. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. The tray and the Heat. Another 3.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Here's McCain. Pass to Embiid. Oh, Embiid too tough inside.
Looming large on the interior. Embiid hard to deny.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. And Miami making a change here. In the crowd, Diplo taking in the action.
And no surprise to see Diplo here in Philadelphia. I believe he got his start spinning right here in the city.
Mitchell with the bounce pass. And here's Adebayo outside. Drills it from outside. Adebayo's got his second bucket of the night.
Man, bigs like Adebayo got to drain shots to keep the defense honest. Nice to see him working on that part of his game.
The 3 from George. They get it back. Maxey on the wing. Tries again. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Doing some damage from the mid-range. Maxey skilled at finding space to let it fly.
Has to Ware. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Burks. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. And the Heat lead by 5.
Mid-range, plenty of room for that release. He's going to take those all day long.
Now George. He's got 5. There's the 3. Traps in the tray. George has got 8 points.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. We've got second-half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You gotta like what Tyler Hero has done in this one.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
On the court for the Heat, we've got Alec Burks. Wiggins is out there with Adebayo. Then it's Tyler Hero, and it's Ware in at the 5. Now, here's Maxey, following the miss by Bam Adebayo. Embiid knocks it home from distance.
Come on, Joel Embiid. I mean, 7-footers are not supposed to shoot like that.
This team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey, but Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team, shown that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far he's come in such a short amount of time.
And here's Maxey after Tyler Hero hitting the 3.
And Maxey plays with so much energy. That time he wheels that one in off the contact.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo talked about how his mentality has evolved over his career. He said, shoot the ball. I feel like that's been my evolution. It sounds very simple, but I came into this league as a defender. I feel like the progression's been shoot the ball, worry about everything else later. Kevin?
Certainly, DA is a two-way threat, and this is his first trip to the line tonight.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
On the free throw, no good.
Better than most centers from the line. Embiid exceptional with his hands.
Pass to Hero. Shoots over Oubre, and there's Hero. That's good on the assist by Burks. Burks has got his 3rd assist on the night. Maxey passes to Embiid. Embiid just overpowers the defense inside.
Well, no question, Joel Embiid is page 1 on the scouting report. Maybe page 2 and 3 as well. He is a handful.
The 76ers making a switch here. Yabusele's checked in. Heat also with a sub. Robinson's checked in. Hero kicks to Ware. Good ball movement here by Miami. This one for 3, and Tyler Hero gets the 3. Hero's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Now, here's Maxey. 6 points for him, and that one is good. Maxey's got 8.
Oh, what a sweet shot by Maxey. Not putting too much behind it.
Hero kicks to Burks. In the corner, it's Robinson. 1:16 left here in the 3rd quarter. Robinson sets a screen for Burks. Kicks it out to Hero. For the 3. Oubre pulls it in. 76ers trailing. Here's Grimes. Still yet to score, and they get it back. No good from Yabusele.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the 3rd quarter.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
For the tie, Embiid trying to break loose, and it's Oubre laying it in. Oubre's got the game tied up here for Philadelphia. Hero kicks to Adebayo. Burks on the wing. Robinson for three. Cans it from downtown. Robinson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of three. Heat lead by 3. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching two. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
3-10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Abusele out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's Butler. Then there's Edwards. And it's McCain in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. And for the Heat, they're shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. Here's Larson. There's Hero with the 3. And again, Miami with the triple.
And Hero early on in his career finds himself in these big-time moments.
Butler passes to Embiid. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address the team. Now, he reminded his team, keep looking for the deep ball. If the 3 is there, take it. He's done a good job getting those looks, so keep taking them. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Heat.
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long, and also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
And there's another thing going on right now for them that has to get their confidence up, and that's the 3 ball. I mean, it's been falling for them. They're locked in, and that outside shot going, that's a big difference maker.
The 76ers trail by 4. Here's Oubre. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo.
Oubre just being aggressive, and that's going to pay off on some free throw shooting attempts here.
And the first one drops.
Taking 2 shots.
And both free throws good for Oubre.
You might want to think twice before sending him to the line again. He gets locked in when the game gets close.
Adebayo passes to Burks. Pass to Adebayo.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Maxey against Hero. Connects from three-point range. Hero's got 28.
Tyler Hero in the zone.
Now here's Embiid. Defense right on him. Joel Embiid. Too big.
And in the big moment, Embiid is your guy. He's always ready to go on the attack.
Here's Hero. Banked in off the glass. Hero's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Really hard to count how many of their possessions have ended just like that one, with one of his shots falling.
In a crucial moment, too. He's been doing that all night. No one's come close to stopping him.
Embiid, no good.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Now, Hero, D right on him. 5 on the clock. Here's Burks. Here's Ware. And the first shot of the night for him, missing. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Embiid. Money! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And there is no back down in Joel Embiid. He is ready to rise to the occasion in the big moments.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Outside, Maxey. And it's Miami with the rebound. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Higgins passes to Hero. It's in!
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It falls! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And they go to the intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Shooting for Miami, Tyler Hero. Taking 2 shots.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And just like that, this game is a 2-possession affair.
Maxey passes to George. Oubre for 3. Good! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Got to know the scouting report. You do not want Kelly Oubre to establish confidence in catch and shoot chances. Knocks it down.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 3-point game.
Huge free throws, bumps the lead up to 3, and now they simply have to guard against the 3-ball.
Here's George. It counts.
And this is the time when you want to lock it down defensively. Thus far, not happening.
I'm looking out there trying to find one guy at least interested in playing defense, not that last possession.
And so the big win by Miami in a tight game. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
Got you covered.
Yes, we do. Two high-powered offenses, and they're not just talented, they're relentless.
So the Hawks will get the first possession. Let's take a look at our starters for Atlanta. Shea and Johnson, they're the forwards. Dyson Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's a Kongwu in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's Young, outside Johnson, 6 to shoot. Here's Shea. Neesmith covering. Ooh, got him with the pump fake. Savvy move there.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Turner, a screen on Johnson. Outside for Halliburton. Sinks that one from the post.
Yeah, give Halliburton credit for staying with the play. You've got to be able to fend off that defense and still finish.
Pass to a Kongwu. Back to Young. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Neesmith.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Well, Grant, aside from making the East Finals in 2021, how would you assess Trae Young's teams?
Well, they're always solid offensive teams. So Trae is the type of player that you need to surround with defensive-minded guys, and he hasn't really had that.
This is a guy with size and range. You cannot let Pascal Siakam get those kinds of looks from deep.
Johnson a screen on Halliburton. There's Young with the 3. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
2 points. That one goes. Halliburton's gotten his second bucket.
Yeah, great work on the interior. Halliburton, easy work inside.
Pass to Daniels.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Now here's a Kongwu. Outside Young. Picked up by a Kongwu. Pulls it from 20. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Young's got 5 points.
And so shifty with great handles. Young gets the defender to commit, then takes full advantage.
Pass to Neesmith. The rebound by Atlanta.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Young from long range, and Atlanta hits again from deep.
Yeah, often shooting from way beyond the arc. Young easily pops in the short-range 3.
Halliburton, the pass to Siakam. Back to Halliburton. He's looking comfortable now, 3 for 3.
And defensively, you have to make him work harder than this, or it's going to be a long night.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. A big group substitution here for Indiana. Toppin, he's checked in for Turner. Matherin comes in for Neesmith. Shepard, he's checked in for Nembhard. And T.J. McConnell subbed in for Halliburton. Now here's LeVert. Pass to Shea. Launches it, sends it home from three-point land. 5 points in the game.
Yeah, get used to seeing that. Shea will be nailing threes for many years to come.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Indiana shooting their first free throws of the evening. He's off on the first.
And one thing Benedict Matherin has no shortage of is raw athleticism. Now it's just a question of him honing that physical ability to be an effective pro-level player.
Good on the second one. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Pass to Johnson. Here's Capella. And here's LeVert. Over McConnell. Another one falls for Atlanta.
At 6'7", Karis LeVert knows how to use that size, especially inside. He knows how to handle himself in there.
Siakam outside. Toppin and screen on Capella. Siakam for three. The shot that time not on target. A big-time effort for Trae Young, providing a lot of energy for the Hawks. 8 points in the quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
On the floor for Atlanta, Clint Capella out there with George Niang. Then it's Karis LeVert, then it's Terrence Mann, and it's Risacher in at the two-guard position. Halliburton finds Toppin. Outside Mathurin, 4 on the clock. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
This young man has such confidence. Benedict Mathurin right at the buzzer of that shot clock. Nicely done.
Here's LeVert. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Well, they're trying to establish their attack down in the paint. And make no mistake, these help their overall confidence.
Doris, one thing you can say about Karis LeVert, he knows how to seize an opportunity.
And the thing about it, BA, is it doesn't matter if that opportunity comes when he's being a starter or when he's coming off the bench. His mindset is, my skill set is score, and that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Halliburton for 3. Oh, Halliburton, deadly from deep.
Well, it's been early in his career, but Tyrese Halliburton has proven to be extremely dangerous from range.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And Indiana with some changes. Miles Turner comes in for Walker, and it's Nembhard in for McConnell. Bufkin, he's checked in for the Hawks. An open look, LeVert, and he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron. LeVert's got 4 points in the quarter. Outside Mathurin. On the wing, Nembhard. He's checked by LeVert. Toppin shot is off. Atlanta leading by 6. Pass to LeVert. Now here's Mann. Niang outside. Here's LeVert.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
To the wing, right side. Bufkin. No good on the 3. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. Looking at lineups around the league, Grant, seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, BA. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit.
Pascal Siakam, he's checked in for Toppin. And a new group getting ready for the Hawks. Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. Johnson comes in for Niang. Daniels is checked in for Mann. And it's Trae Young in for Bufkin. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
The game on the line. Ice Trae is a dangerous man. Young said, I've been owning the moment my whole life. That's what I do. I've worked too hard to be afraid of the moment. Brian?
Well, Allie, it definitely shows in his play. It's great stuff there. Thank you. Neesmith, he's checked in for Halliburton. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Risacher, he's checked in for LeVert. Neesmith passes to Mathurin. And it's all tied up. Mathurin's got 8 points in the quarter.
Boy, a lot of confidence to Mathurin's game. That efficiency has to get better, but he is not shy.
Back to Young. Young drives it in. The rebound by Turner. Indiana has gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And the Pacers lead by 2.
Miles Turner has great versatility, so he can score from anywhere, but right there is his bread and butter.
Young from long range. The rebound by Turner.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Right now, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, there's a nice flow to this offense right now.
To the inside. Shot's good by Matherin. And now it's a 4-point Indiana lead.
And Matherin is an impressive scorer, skilled at finding ways to convert around the rim.
Young with it. Give him 8. They need this. That shot off. Benedict Matherin has been leading the charge for Indiana. He put together 10 points in the quarter. We'll be right back.
The Hawks, 21. Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot drum line. They're measuring up the shot.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Nice game. Great performance by Benedict Matherin.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Halliburton and Nembhard, the 1 and the 2. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. And it's Nesmith in at the 3 slot. So that's the group out there for Indiana. And out on the wings, Zach Rizachet has so many things scouts are looking for these days.
Yeah, B.A., this guy has tremendous potential as a two-way threat. Great length, good athleticism, and his jump shot could be elite. So good off the catch. The defense has to guard Rizachet better than this.
Turner passes to Nesmith. Up top, Nembhard. Siakam outside. Rebounded by Daniels.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
That gives them the lead. And the Hawks lead by 1.
And it seems like Daniels is comfortable all over the floor.
Halliburton, pass to Siakam. Halliburton outside. Turner, screen on Young. 3-pointer, Halliburton. And Indiana misses again. The Hawks have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Young looking over the floor. Turner with the block.
You're talking 6'11" and big-time length. Send it back, Mr. Turner.
Halliburton outside. Nembhard outside. There's a screen by Turner. Fires from deep. Gets the 3 ball to go. Nembhard's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there. We've seen 5 lead changes so far. Neither team able to pull away.
Yeah, this game just feels like it's going to come down to the wire.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Benedict Matherin, he's checked in for Indiana. Niang, he's checked in for the Hawks. Karis LeVert comes in for Trae Young. We've got 1:55 left in the third. Outside Johnson, pass to LeVert. Rejected by Siakam.
Well, there you see the wingspan of Pascal Siakam. Send it back.
Matherin passes to Nembhard. Turner for 3. Another 3 for Indiana.
As a big, unless you're a dedicated rim runner, have to be some kind of threat from distance.
Here's Rizachet. 1:19 left in the third quarter here. LeVert outside from the arc. Drains the triple. LeVert's got 9 points.
How about the response by Karis LeVert? This guy wanted to get it right back.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, BA, BA, the Hawks are figuring it out. Coach Quinn Snyder said, growth isn't linear. We want to just keep improving. The players have bought in, they're working, they're practicing hard, hitting the film. Everybody has been absolutely coachable. I think we're learning. Guys, it's all about the journey here.
Yeah, I'm trying to take that next step. That's how it's done. Thanks, Allie. The shot. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Shai's got 5 points now in the quarter. On the wing, Matherin. Siakam for three. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
Well, all you have to do when a teammate has the basketball is be a target, and Pascal steps into it and lets it go. Nicely done.
Out left to the wing. Niang outside from behind the arc. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Pass to Siakam. Down it goes, and a great assist by Halliburton. Give him 8.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Indiana ahead, up 5. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling here on 2K Sports. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Hawks. George Niang out there with Terrence Mann. Then it's Karis LeVert, then it's Clint Capella, and it's Krejci in at the point. Halliburton misses. Hawks trail by 5. Now here's Mann. Out of bounds. It'll be Pacers ball. A big group substitution here for Indiana. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Toppin. Pascal Siakam comes in for Walker. Nesmith, he's checked in for Matherin. And it's Nembhard in for McConnell. Pass to Halliburton. Back to Siakam. From outside the arc. Okongwu with the rebound. And Young has got the ball here for the Hawks. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. He drops it from range.
Really good passing wing. Shai isn't a ball stopper. He really looks for his teammates.
Halliburton outside. Pass to Nembhard. Outside Nesmith. Three-pointer. On target from range. Nesmith's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Shai. Back to Young. Lets the 3 fly. Another 3 for Atlanta.
How's that for revenge? You know Young is looking to come right back with a triple of his own.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Rick Carlisle as he talked with the team. Well, coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
Well, we're talking about a tough individual competitor in Pascal Siakam. He goes right at the defense.
He knows just how important these shots are, and he makes them count.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
And here's Young. This one for 3. From way downtown, Young!
You see the trust Young's guys have in him. When they need a bucket, he gets it for them.
Hook loose. To tie it up. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on Tyrese Halliburton.
There's no debate there. He got hammered.
Good on the first. And that narrows the gap to 1.
And Trae Young's attitude on the floor is so striking. He's got this unbreakable edge to him. He's super competitive and is ready to scrap with him.
Pass to Siakam. Turner, screen on Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Siakam. And that one goes. He's now recorded his 5th bucket in 8 tries.
Siakam relishes the opportunity to deliver. That's a big-time basket.
Here's Young. Fearless Trae Young.
Oh, that's a big bucket. Putting the offense on his shoulders right there.
Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Halliburton against Young. Halliburton, good. And the Pacers lead by 3.
Oh, big-time pivotal bucket, Tyrese Halliburton. We see you.
Here's Young. Money. And that one brings them within 1.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Money.
Siakam in the clutch. What a delivery.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. Here's Okongwu. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. He hits the first one, and that brings him within 2 here. And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line.
And they need to play good defense here. That trip to the line helped and hurt.
Here's Siakam. Rebounded by Johnson.
And it didn't fall, but still a great look.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Daniels passes to Young. Out of bounds. It'll be Indiana's ball. Here's Halliburton, and they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
15 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
3rd team foul.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Now it's a 2-possession game. Important foul shots right there.
Now a timeout called by Atlanta. They're trailing by 4. Let's hear from our analyst. Give us your take on the strategy being discussed right now.
No doubt. They've got to get a quick bucket here.
They need to score, and they need to do it quickly, but it is still possible here.
Cash! Oh, what a sensational bucket! That brings them within 1. 11 seconds left in the final quarter, and they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
2 shots.
And so he drops them both, and it's a 3-point game.
That last free throw was a huge, huge shot. The difference between a 2 and a 3-point lead at this stage is major.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. Better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Halliburton, 2 shots.
And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 5-point game.
Well, this trip to the line should seal the deal. Amazing job.
So Indiana wins it. This one was in the balance right until the final seconds.
NBA, they showed their character when it mattered most, sending those fans home happy.
It's clear who the media thinks will win. We've been reading about it and hearing about it for the last couple days.
Yeah, but Kevin, you know, none of us in the media know what we're talking about. It's just a lot of speculation. And look, it's a cliche, but it's also true. The games aren't won on paper, they're won out on the court, and anyone in the NBA can beat anyone else on a given night.
Which makes me look forward to this one.
Absolutely.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, they've got Wiggins, Hero out there with Alec Burks. Then it's Bam Adebayo, and it's Ware in at the center position. Here's Ware. Burks looking around, beyond the arc. Up again, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, I can't tell you what a difference second chance points make in a game. That can be the factor that swings the outcome.
And the basket by Tatum.
This is why Tatum is a volume three-point shooter, because he knows how accurate he can be.
Hero passes to Ware. Here's Adebayo. Pass to Hero. Now here's Burks. 5 to shoot for 3. Ware, good. Ware's got 5 now.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside. It's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
And Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates, is a big part of it.
Here's Tatum, and the dunk by Tatum.
And the defense hates to see it. Tatum putting on a little bit of a show with that jam.
Pass to Adebayo. Back to Hero. Adebayo the screen. Hero passes to Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
And this is too easy for Adebayo. Once he's close to the rim, he is going to damage it.
And here's Tatum for 3. It's good from long range. Tatum's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Celtics. Holiday against Hero. And the shot goes in.
And how about Harrell's body control, capable of still scoring even when the defense ups the ante in terms of physicality.
Now here is Holiday. Outside, Porzingis. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
No wonder defenses have a hard time limiting Porzingis inside. Just look at that massive wingspan.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Burks on the wing. Adebayo with a screen for Burks. Hits it from three-point range. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Here's Tatum. He's got 8. Takes a 3. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for the Boston Celtics. And it was from 3-point. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Yeah, and when you're hitting threes early, that opens up the floor and really helps your offense.
Horford is out there with Torrey Craig. Then there's Jason Tatum. And it's Pritchard in at the 1. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Anderson against Craig. Baseline try. Anderson's shot is off. The Celtics with the lead. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Trying to break loose. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Nikola Jovic is checked in for Kevin Love. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA. And sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
Shoots from 12. Hero, no good. Boston's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. A shot by Pritchard, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla has talked about the two J's, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. He says they've been lumped together because they play a similar position, but they don't have to be similar. They've got to be able to express who they are and not constantly be compared to each other. They're not the same. Kevin?
That, David, remember a couple years ago, there was some thought that maybe one would be traded. Glad they're still together. Here's Tatum. The second chance effort. Great job by Tatum in close.
Nice little finish there inside from Tatum. He is so quick to get up when he's near the rim.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Good ball movement here by Miami. Hero kicks to Burks. 6 to shoot. Down low. Takes it off the glass. Burks has got the lead up to 4 now for the Heat.
Well, he sends it inside where they can get a high percentage look. That's just great basketball.
Brown outside. Tatum wide open. He fires one. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Tatum's got 16.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
That's it, and the Miami lead is cut down to 1 and a bucket from Brown.
Well, Brown returning the favor. That three at the other end didn't sit well with them.
Hero finds Adebayo. Wiggins with it. Adebayo with a screen on Brown. Pass to Ware. And here's Adebayo. Works for 3. It's rebounded by Porzingis. White looking around. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Celtics lead by 1.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Celtics lead by 1. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. And you know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Bam Adebayo is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Tyler Hero. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Ware in at the 5 down low. That shot wide open. Burks has got the first basket of the third quarter for Miami. As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Adebayo against Tatum. Porzingis sets the pick for Tatum. Up top, Porzingis. To the inside, Brown, and Brown throws it down hard.
What a flush. Great athleticism from Brown.
Miami has gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. And the conversation for Porzingis, coach, tends to always come back to help. And what a challenge that has been for him.
Yeah, Kevin, over his career, on average, he's missed about 30 games per season. But that's not an uncommon problem, as you know, for players who stand well over 7 feet tall. Well, you love the unselfishness, makes the next pass, and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Outside Holiday. Count it, and the foul. Tyler Hero picks one up.
Muscling through contact. Holiday has the strength and body control to do it.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. That free throw good from Holiday. And one of the most respected players in the NBA is Drew Holiday.
Yeah, Kevin, he's a 3-time Teammate of the Year award winner. He's also a Sportsmanship Award winner. He is a pro's pro.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, well, like a lockdown corner in football, teams just try to keep the ball away from Jrue Holiday. He says, I feel like they're not afraid of me, but like, okay, get him off the ball. To me, that's respect. I don't need other people telling me how good I am. You can see it by their actions. Kevin?
So true. He can be intimidating, David, and we thank you for that report. Brown outside. Tatum, that's for 2, and all around the rim that time before dropping in. And that's now 18 points for Jason Tatum. For Miami, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Burks kicks to Hero. Pass to Wiggins. Outside, Hero. Here's the 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And putting his long arms there to good use. Porzingis has a large catch radius on those alley-oops.
Now, here's Burks. Hero sets the pick for Burks. Buries it from 3-point range. Burks has got it all tied up now for the Heat.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Well, the Miami Heat have always been in contention, Stan, for the East, and you've worked in the organization. Why is that?
Well, look, Kevin, I'll admit to a bit of a bias here, but they have a great coach, maybe the best in the league. He's been there since 2008. That consistency and continuity really helps, and this team expects themselves to win no matter what they go through.
Pass to Adebayo. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And contact can't slow Adebayo down. He's not afraid to get physical when he's attacking.
Porzingis with a screen on Hero. Outside Holiday drains the three-pointer. Holiday's got his second basket of the night.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Hero against Holiday. Outside Hero. Rebounded by the Celtics. Tatum's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. And the three off target. 3/4 of play in a close game here. It's the Celtics. They're up by 1. And when we reach... And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, he really just helps tie this team together. They know they can count on him to set them up.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. They've got Torrey Craig. He's out there with Horford. And it's Hauser in at the 3. That's the Boston 5. Hero from long range. No good that time. Boston leading by 4. Here's Hauser. Robinson with the block. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Tatum. Inside. Tatum automatic.
Well, you know Jason Tatum can score, and that's exactly what he's done thus far.
Pass to Adebayo. Now Burks. Shot from the top of the key. Jason Tatum grabs the board. Tatum's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. On the clock. Size it from 19. It's hauled in by Hero.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Burks for 3. Knocks down the 3-ball. Burks has got 9 points now in just the second half.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
Yeah, and as a coach, you love having a team like this. They've got 0 quitting.
And White kicks to Brown. The Celtics working the ball around now. Back to Holiday. Over Wiggins. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Remarkable hustle on the glass by Brown. He earned that second chance scoring opportunity.
And now let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address the team. Now, he talked about keeping confidence. He said, this game is close, but we know we're the better team. Now it's time to go out there and prove it. See if they can come back in this one, guys.
Thank you, David. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way.
A welcome sign for sure. When Wiggins is connecting with the J, his offense becomes lethal.
Stolen by Hero. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Celtics leading by 3. Outside Tatum. Tatum setting the pick for White. Shoots the 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. Adebayo passes to Wiggins. Back to Adebayo. Right side Hero. The Looking to get it going. Porzingis with the block.
And just fast off the floor to challenge shots. Porzingis, this helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
4 on the clock. There's Hero with a 3. It's not going to go for him.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
The 3 from Tatum. Tatum from 3.
And let's give some credit to Tatum. Doesn't crack when the pressure's on. He just seems to embrace the moment.
And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for Miami. 6-point game.
Celtics Entertainment.
Burks the pass to Adebayo. Here's Hero. Got it. And now they trail by just 4.
Well, you wonder why we're seeing so many points tonight. Just look at the D.
Not a lot of resistance, and trying to just outscore other teams, generally not the best recipe for long-term success.
Here's Porzingis, and he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try to extend the game.
Second team foul. At the line for the Celtics, Kristaps Porzingis. At the line for 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
Good job converting at the line and helping to build this lead.
Pass to Ware. Wiggins kicks to Hero. And here's Adebayo outside. A 3-pointer off the mark. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Ware. Second personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for 2, Jason Tatum.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. And that one's good. Wiggins. So we see Boston get the win here. It was up for... All right, DA, thanks again. Thank you for joining us.
Could be the matchup at the 5 spot, Clark.
You know, Brian, we've seen strong play at the center position these last few years, and we've got two bigs who can each take over a game, so I think it's going to be a lot of fun watching them square off.
Now Atlanta starting 5. Shea and Johnson, they're the forwards. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's a Kongwu in at the 5, down low. Pass to Embiid. Back to Oubre. It's stolen by a Kongwu.
Not the best pass, guys, and the defense took full advantage.
Johnson with it. Here's a Kongwu. To the middle. And Young the bucket on the assist from a Kongwu.
Yeah, there's Trae Young getting it done inside.
Clark, the Sixers have been at least 10 games over 500 for 7 straight seasons now.
Yeah, and that's great to see after, what was it called? The process that took them all the way to the very depths of the league to finally build themselves back into a consistent playoff team. And their fans certainly deserve good times for struggling through all of those bad times several years ago.
Here's Daniels. Pass to Shea. Outside Young, fires the 3. Rebound by the 76ers.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
And here's Embiid. Shot clock at 6. Back to Maxey. The 3. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
You got to get out on that if you're the defender. Maxey is very capable from beyond the arc.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I was able to catch up with Nick Nurse. We talked about star guard Trae Young, their biggest problem tonight. Coach said Young is one of the most explosive offensive guys in this league. We want to make him a volume scorer. Force Trae into lower percentage looks. Should be a fascinating matchup, BA.
Thanks for that, Allie. Now here's Maxey. Pass to Embiid. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. They'll try to make it a 3-point play. And Atlanta making a change here. LeVert's checked in, and this is his first trip to the line tonight.
You know, he really did excel at the stripe. I mean, they couldn't have asked for too much more from him when it came to knocking down free throws.
Clark, one of the league's premier scorers. Embiid does a lot of damage in the mid-range.
I tell you, for a guy as big as he is, I just marvel at his touch, his footwork, and the fact that he scores at all 3 levels. He scores at the rim, mid-range, he's dangerous, and then the three-point shot is one that he can knock down with decent regularity. So at his size, most would like to see him attack the rim more, but I still marvel. His versatility as a scorer.
Now here's Young. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
This is where Young most resembles Steph Curry. Both have range almost out to half court.
Maxey passes to George. Embiid high post. And Embiid throws it down.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure.
Nothing surprising about that, guys. We've come to expect. plays like that from him, and still, they never get old.
Now here's LeVert. Pass to Young. There's 57 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And the shot goes.
Courageous play by Young. I mean, he goes inside and gets past the contact to his shot.
Maxey passes to Embiid. And the layup is good off the glass. Embiid's got 7 points in the game.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
LeVert outside. Pass to Johnson. LeVert outside. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
You know, these are exactly the shots, guys, the coaching staff wants LeVert to take because they know it gets him going.
Here's Embiid. And then Embiid with the dunk.
Come on, B.A. Emphatic slam from a player who does it better than most.
Oh, defense optional when the freight train is coming.
Well, I don't think anybody wanted to be the guy at the end of the wrong side on that post.
There's Young with the three. He's off on that one. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The Hawks on. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And from the jump, they've also clearly been focused on running effective plays here tonight. There's been a lot of high-quality distribution from them on the floor.
We've got Butler. Joel Embiid is out there with Edwards. And it's Yabusele in at the power forward position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Atlanta's gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Now here's LeVert. Pass to Rizachet. Rebound by Philadelphia. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Joel Embiid is setting records with his scoring, but he said, when I get stuck into just being a scorer, that's not the best version of me. I like sharing the ball. As you've seen the last couple of years, the teams that have won, they move the ball. Nothing is static. So that's how we should play. Pretty simple, Brian.
Yeah, great understanding, right? Thanks, Allie. Grant, there are such intense rivalries at the college level. Do any of those carry over to the NBA?
Oh, B.A., they sure do. I was part of some serious college rivalries. There was a lot of trash talk with the guys on the other side, and it didn't stop that much after we got to the NBA. Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Outside man, pass to LeVert. Capella with it. Here's Rizachet. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And there's the ability to finish for Rizachet. Nobody scares him at the rim.
And so it's Butler who brings up the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. It's a three-point game. Pass to Embiid. We've got 1:55 left in the second quarter. No good that time. For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Niang, that's good.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
The 76ers have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Butler passes to Edwards. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Philadelphia shooting their second free throw attempt on the night. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. Johnson comes in for Niang. Daniels is checked in for Mann. And it's Trae Young in for LeVert. Now here's Young. He has 7. And the Hawks tack on 2 more. 3 minutes of action thus far in the second. And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here.
And something fans don't always get to see. Some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
Here's Yabusele. Yet to see a basket. For 3, Maxey. Rebounded by Johnson.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
Daniels, that one's true.
Really good passing wing. Risachet isn't a ball stopper. He really looks for his teammates.
Pass to Grimes. Outside Oubre. Jacks up with 3. Hits the trifecta. Oubre's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Here's Daniels. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
Yeah, a complete offensive player. Daniels can set people up, and he can knock down shots.
Maxey with it. There's the triple. That one is off. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. All right, now let's check in with Ali as always. Thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports. We're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. What else can you say? Joel Embiid, an impressive effort here today.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Dyson Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's Risachet in at the 3. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Okongwu a screen on George. The Hawks need to get one up here. Okongwu, no good. 76ers trail by 6. Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players can learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous.
Maxey, that's good.
Boy, the defense was looking for something different there. Maxey kept it himself off the pick that time.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
When you have an MVP talent in his prime, the focus has to be on winning a title. The Sixers' Joel Embiid said, quote, "The only thing I care about is winning. That takes a lot, and everybody has to contribute. I'm always going to believe in myself. I love the guys that we have. We are going to go and fight every single night."
Great perspective there. Thanks, Allie. Philadelphia's gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Pass to Grimes. Now Embiid from behind the arc. And the 76ers another 3.
You know, with his size and offensive versatility, the defense really has its hands full with Embiid.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Pass to Risachet. Okongwu, a screen on George. 5 to shoot. Down low. Here's Risachet. The kick out to Johnson. Here's Young, driving inside. Johnson passes to Young. Shoots over Maxey. Young misses.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
To the inside. Here's Oubre. And they're unable to get the tying bucket there.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Pass to Johnson. Johnson a screen on Maxey. Young against Maxey. It counts! And the foul! It's going to go on Tyrese Maxey.
And yeah, this is the fire Young brings to every game. He won't let a foul stop his shot.
Niang, he's checked in for Atlanta. Karis LeVert comes in for Daniels. Here's Maxey. 6 points for him. Pass to Embiid. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Embiid drawing the double team. Here's Yabusele from the arc. Good. And the assist to Embiid.
Embiid gives you a lot. Scoring, rebounding, defense, and he can also beat you with the pass.
Outside Johnson. Back to Young. Launches it. The three ball is good from Young.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Yabusele. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Maxey, that's good.
Big time answer by Maxey. Boy, was he dialed in there.
Niang outside.
Philadelphia foul. Tyrese Maxey.
Atlanta shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
Second team foul.
The first one falls. Atlanta making some changes. Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. And it's man in for Young. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And we've got 28 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Here's McCain. Still no points. It's good. The Hawks have gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. And here's LeVert. 3 seconds left. And that's 2 points on the layup. LeVert's got his second basket on the night.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
And that'll do it for the third quarter. Atlanta on top, up by 4. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter when we return. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. 0 chance to stop that.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. They've got Joel Embiid. Butler out there with Eric Gordon. And it's McCain in at the 2 guard. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Niang with it. Gordon's on him. Niang, the pass to LeVert. With the drive. Banked it in off the glass.
LeVert is always aggressive. I like that mindset of his, especially in how he drives to the rim playing downhill. Goes there with a lot of speed.
Embiid against Capella. Strong finish by Embiid.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. And it's a completely new group for the Hawks. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Quinn Snyder had some words for his team over the break. He applauded their shooting and their shot selection, saying, "We're taking the right threes, not forcing anything. Keep doing that, and they'll continue to fall." Makes the game easy, doesn't it?
All right, Allie, thanks once again.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
Here's Embiid. Kicks it to George. From downtown. Good. And the assist to Embiid. Embiid's got 4 assists now tonight.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Young, the pass to Okongwu. Young with it. The 3. He can't get it to go. 76ers trail by 4. Pass to Embiid. From about 16, and he didn't get quite enough under that one. Atlanta's gotten 6 of 10 three-pointers to drop. Outside Johnson. Six on the shot clock. Another one falls for Atlanta.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. So it's Philadelphia now. They trail by 6. Embiid passes to Oubre. There's a minute 34 left in the game. Here's Embiid. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got his 5th rebound of this one. A shot from the high post. The rebound by Embiid. Embiid's got 4 rebounds now. Maxey against Young. Maxey, that's good.
No fear in Maxey, folks. This guy is ready for the big moment and welcomes the challenge.
We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Atlanta.
They've been slippery getting into the lane all game long, putting that help defense to the test.
Boy, they showed no hesitation on the mid-range game as well. I thought that was really a big key for them.
Lets a floater go. Count it! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Tyrese Maxey with a big-time play down the stretch.
Here's Young, and it's blocked by Embiid. Outside Oubre, pass to Maxey. Money, and he's brought them within 2 points now.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Here's Young, and he buries it.
And this is why Young is a go-to guy. He can get it done even under the toughest circumstances.
And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. And it's the Sixers with the ball. And he sinks it. And that one brings them within 1.
Well, Paul George has been sensational.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
That's his 3rd personal foul. 2nd team foul. At the line
He gets the 1st, and that'll put him up 2.
2 shots.
So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Question is, now can they protect the 3-point lead he's given them?
Maxey passes to Embiid. Shoots over Okongwu. Embiid misses.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they've wanted him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Oh, the first of 2, no good. A heartbreaker.
2 shots.
And no luck that time either.
Not the result he or his teammates were hoping for. He could have put this one away.
to tie it up. Can't get the three to fall. And now we've got an intentional foul.
That's his fourth personal foul. Fourth team foul.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
Jalen Johnson taking 2 shots.
And he ends up making the second. And that gives him a 4-point cushion. And so it's Atlanta who scrapes by with a win. And they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
And BA, the visiting team.
Thanks, Alec. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to